Question 10. If you constructed 3,098% confidence interval from 3,000 different samples, how many of them would you expect to contain the actual mean height for all students in the database? So remember, this is asking for us to interpret the confidence level, right? So what is, this is a simple one, what is 98% of 3,000? That's all you have to find. 98% of 3,000 is equal to 2,940. 2,940. Okay, we say we would expect 2,940 confidence intervals will contain the actual mean height for all students in the database. Okay, but that's how you interpret the confidence level. If you do this repeated number of times, we're going to be able to capture the true population average, that percent out of the total. Okay, so that's how you will, and I think everybody will, yeah, everyone will have the same answer for question 10. If you have that number, you'll get credit for that. Now let me go and finish up to number 13 in this video. This time, oh, look at that. We are bringing that confidence level down. We used to work with 98%. Now we're trying to construct a 93% confidence interval. As we lower the confidence level, what are we expecting for the width of the confidence interval? Okay, all right, let's see. So this time construct a 93% confidence interval using the same data. Okay, so I will go here, click on edit. I will just change the confidence level to 0.93, and here we have it. I'll go ahead and write this down here. And I don't think it's going to ask you, but let's go ahead and find the margin of error real quick. Margin of error is 164.23. That's my upper limit, minus the lower, not the lower limit, but the sample average. The point estimate of 160.38. 164.23 minus 160.38. Let me try again. 164.23 minus 160.38. The margin of error came out to be 3.85. 3.85 centimeters. Wow, this is the smallest margin of error I've seen in my activity. Okay, see, remember my margin of errors were like 5 centimeters, 5.73 centimeters. This is the lowest that I've seen. So why is this lower? You remember like this one that we just built? We used the same sample, exact same sample of size 50, but I had 5 as the margin of error. But this time, I have 3.85 as the margin of error. So guess what I'm going to ask you to do now? Talk about the relationship between the confidence level, okay, and the margin of error. But before we do that, question 12, write the standard sentence interpreting the confidence interval, summarizing your result. Now for this one, you can just copy that sentence that we wrote because we are interpreting the same confidence interval over and over again, but make sure to change the confidence level to 93% for this one. We're not doing 98%. This one is 93%. Okay, so you will change the lower and the upper limit to the numbers that you see on your output table, and that will be good for number 12. Now question 13 is the last one that I want you to think about. Why is the margin of error for the interval in question 11 less than the margin of error for the interval in question 8? We use the same sample, so we're not talking about the sample size this time. So let's try to summarize or like write down what we had from each, okay? Margin of error for 98% confidence is 5 centimeters. Margin of error from 4, I'll say 4. 93% CI confidence interval is, what was it? 3.85 centimeter. Now, Fill in this blank for me. As the confidence interval decreased, the margin of error, fill in this blank for me, or you could write another sentence, as the confidence interval increases, the margin of error, you fill in this blank for me. Do they have inverse or direct relation? See, going from 98 to 93, we went down. We went 5 to 3.85, we went down. So this one, they don't have inverse relationship this time, okay? As one goes up, the other will go up. The one goes down, the other will go down. Why? Now, adding why, I'm not going to ask you for it unless you want to impress me. Do add a reason if you want to talk to me about why you think this will work that way. You can also talk about in terms of the formula. You can relate it back to that slide that we had. Remember that cartoon about a weatherman predicting tomorrow's high temperature? So you can talk about things like precision and, accuracy or confidence level. Those will be all great. But if you could fill in these blanks for me after stating your margin of error for each interval, that will be great for question 13. So the last four are on, the last ones are on proportion intervals. So I'll stop this video and start another one for the last ones.